Hello and welcome to the award-winning movie podcast. This week it's not Brad, it's Craig. And we have a good episode for you lined up because we are covering the ambitious topic of documentaries and, can you guess it?
The award-winning movie podcast.
Disney princesses. Right, I'm going to stop talking for a moment while the AI struggles to find a rhyme for the word glee.
We ponder with glee which film deserves the next awardee. Join the...
Good attempt. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because I believe Brad has a question for me and Tom. Enjoy.
Categories diverse, some serious, some fun.
So what, in your guys' opinion, is a good double bill?
Not sure.
A good double bill? What, as in like conceptually, or do you want me to name two films right now?
Just two films that you think, they're good to watch them together.
Nothing. I don't really do watching two movies in a row. What, the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Like, I don't.
Hey, that's cheating.
I think it's just like by the time we watch one movie, I'm like, that's good. I've soaked it all in, you know.
I agree, but like conceptually, you could watch Terminator and Alien together or something. Like,
see, I think they've got to be different. I don't think you want to watch two movies that are similar because it's like, yeah, well, I fucking already watched that. Now too aware of all the shit that's the same about these movies.
I suppose that's what the Barbenheimer thing was, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, it's what do they call it? It's like opposed programming or something, like where it's purposely to be like, oh, well, we've got something for you no matter who you are, you know?
But this week I've done the weirdest double bill of all time. Weirder than Barbenheimer. I watched, because we're doing Best Documentary and Best Disney Princess, and I hadn't seen these, so I watched Frozen and Hearts of Darkness. Weirdest double bill of all time.
I feel like it could have been weirder. There's so many, like when I was making my documentary list, I was like, a lot of these are really dark.
Yes, but it could have been dark. I thought Hearts of Darkness was going to be darker than it was.
Yeah.
It's not really a dark documentary, it's just a behind-the-scenes standard documentary, innit, about an unlucky film.
I don't know, I just thought there'd be way more shit going on, really. Which, for the listener, if they don't know, that's what Hearts of Darkness is about. It's about the set of Apocalypse Now shit show that filming production was.
Yeah, and I think for me, my problem with Hearts of Darkness is just a general global problem, which is that I just don't care about documentaries that are about the process of filmmaking.
Yeah.
That's probably among the most unique of all of them. I don't know, it feels like giving yourself a big hearty pat on the back.
Yeah. So I didn't think it was going to be about the filmmaking so much as just about a guy going crazy like an egomaniac kind of study. So that's not one of my nominations. That's not a nomination for best.
Yeah, didn't even come into contention for me, even close, to be honest. If Craig's included it on his list, I'm sorry, but fuck you.
I haven't. There's apparently some amazing filmmaking documentaries, ones that are like very obscure that no one's ever heard of. I didn't have time to check out before this. I just know the mainstream ones that are about Star Wars and all that shit.
Yeah, see, but I was going to say on that, the only ones I do actually appreciate are all the special features for the Lord of the Rings stuff.
No, Tom, we can't talk about Lord of the Rings and Star Wars on this episode.
No, we can't. No, I'm getting it out of the way now. I'm getting it out of the way now.
That's the whole purpose.
Because I have not nominated this. Is that those ones are just a huge document of the hundreds of people who worked on those movies, like the actors and the craftspeople, and just from that perspective, getting insight from craftspeople who do really interesting things is really good. They just dedicate time to being like, oh, we had a real team of blacksmiths making all of the swords, and that's really interesting, and they did this and that, and you know, like, you get an insight into a craft that you would have otherwise known nothing about. That's a huge part of the filmmaking process of those movies. But it's not on my list.
It's also, I wouldn't class it as it is a document, so I suppose it is a documentary, but it's not like a documentary that we're kind of talking about. It's just like...
Yeah, it's not like, put this on, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations, guys. You found a way to bring Lord of the Rings into yet another episode, so congrats.
I told him not to.
But it's not one of the nominations at all.
Right, so what is a nomination? Who wants to kick things off?
I'll kick things off. So I'm going to go lighter, I think, with the first one, because there was so many like negative ones to the best.
Yeah.
I have picked, one of my favourites it's an honourable mention, not like my winner, but Stop Making Sense, the concert film of Talking Heads, that's directed by Jonathan Demme.
All right. Not seen.
I saw this in cinema last year. It was a re-release for an anniversary of some sort. And yeah, I think, you like the song Psycho Killer, don't you? The Talking Heads one. Psycho Killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Yeah. That's the opening song of Stop Making Sense. And I think to get a vibe of it, you could just watch the opening sequence. So he does the performance of that. And it's a mixture of stuff recorded at the live gig in the evening and stuff that was very clearly recorded beforehand. or on a different night or something like that, and it's amalgamated all into one, and so you get this really like cinematic end result.
You went to your local art house to see it. That is commitment, man.
Yeah, I'd always heard it was really fantastic, and I really like Talking Heads, and it's just great. It's fantastic. It's like a straightforward concept film. You know, it doesn't have...
Does it have talking heads?
It doesn't have any talking heads, apart from the titular band.
How ironic.
But yeah, and I think in terms of straightforward concept films, like it doesn't have like a B plot, there's something else. You know, like Gimme Shelter or whatever, it becomes a different thing. Like it was meant to be a concept film and now it's this other thing.
Is it just a straight up, because I've not seen anything about it.
It's a straight up performance film, but I think it's strange. And I remember watching it and thinking that this is the only concept film I've ever seen. And lots of them are directed by famous directors, because I think, you know, it's good to get someone in that they like or has a big name or whatever that feels like it's directed by Jonathan Demme. Like it has hallmarks of a Jonathan Demme movie. It's like really unusual in that regard, and there's a lot of really considered bits of filmmaking in it. It's just a great document of a thing that happened, really.
I have no music choices on my list because I've barely seen any of them. I'm just not as that into it as a topic for a documentary, really. We could have split it up into like best sports documentary, best nature documentary, but there's a lot of documentaries to cover.
There is a lot of documentaries. Yeah, I found the same thing, where the spread of them on its own just made that so difficult.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they cover a wide range of topics, and all that should be discussed and covered in their own right, like the Holocaust, genocide, racism. You know, I mean, Brad, which of those is your favourite to watch?
Fuck you.
I've been waiting to say that all day.
Sick, man.
Well, let's have a look through my list. None of those things are on my list. I don't generally like depressing documentaries. I've seen a few of them. I should watch more because they are important to watch. But in life, I'm big into the environment and animals and animal welfare and stuff like that. So on my list, I do have Blackfish, which is very good, but also very, very, very depressing. Have you guys seen Blackfish?
I haven't seen it in a long time when it was like everywhere.
Yeah, I have seen it. I think it's one of those where it's like this big like talking point documentary, isn't it? As in like it crossed over almost into like popular culture as like a known thing.
Part of me wonders if it really struck a chord with people because of how many people had been to a SeaWorld or some sort of aqua park.
Yeah, I think it's because people do have this connection to like animals and go to see them and having that sort of universalness of that. But also centered in on a really specific one.
It probably saw, not Shamu, it had a name, the main whale that did all those things.
Tilikum, the poor guy is so large, he couldn't get away because he just is not as mobile relative to the smaller and more agile females. And where was he going to run? There's no place to run.
Another great, bit less depressing nature documentary, My Octopus Teacher.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Which also has some animals in peril. Oh, it's great. It's just about one guy who just every day goes out into the sea near his house and befriends an octopus every single day. And he just watches it and films it over like the course of a year. And you see this octopus's life and how it interacts with him. And it clearly gets to know him. And he like becomes mates with an octopus. It's a lot less depressing than Blackfish because there's not really bad people involved. We do talk a bit about people eating octopus and stuff, I think, but in that, it doesn't happen in that film, so you just get to see a full life cycle of an octopus and this guy befriending it, basically. And after that, a lot of people started saying that it's wrong to eat octopus. A lot of people have changed their minds about what they eat because he's shown them that they're intelligent creatures, more intelligent than people thought.
A lot of people say an octopus is like an alien. The strange thing is, as you get closer to them, you realize that we're very similar in a lot of ways.
Right, who's got another one that's not about animals?
Okay, I'll say a standard one that will appear on many lists, and it's not an original choice, but it's a notable choice, and that is Man with a Movie Camera. And I'm not just picking it to be pretentious, but, you know, give credit to one of the originals, I guess, which is a man in 1929. I can't pronounce his name. Tom, how do you pronounce his name?
What is his name? I've forgotten. I'll search it up and I'll give it my best go.
Ooh, Zhiga Vertov.
Yeah, Zhiga Vertov.
Okay, well, that guy, what he did, he created a groundbreaking silent experimental documentary at a time when documentaries weren't common at all, and he just took advantage of the fact that you could grab a movie camera and go film on whatever you want, and he took the opportunity to film anything he could around him, and it was kind of experimental for its time, and he sort of had some radical editing techniques, you know, sort of split screens, close-ups and montages and things, and pioneered a few camera tricks along the way with freeze frame and slow motion and stuff.
It is shit though. it's boring, but it's not fun.
It's a snapshot of a time.
Yeah, I'm sort of between the two on this. Yeah, I'm between the two on these, and I feel like it's probably got this weird relationship with stuff in that at the time it's probably amazing because you're like, oh shit, nobody's done this before, and all that grammar and stuff. And then a huge period of time in between after sort of documentary becomes more of a real thing, and you're used to just seeing footage all the time is not that interesting. You think now, like, people are out and about filming stuff that happens on their daily lives all the time because everybody owns a camera that is with them 24/7. But it becomes more relevant again because it then becomes this great record of like a specific time and a place, and the value of documentary stuff is that like time capsule element.
100%. And I consider it, this is just me, a spiritual prequel to my main pick. There's a little spoiler.
See, it's funny that you say that because I think actually some of mine follow a similar thread to this as well. I'm going to go for one of the early ones. It's not hugely early, it's 80s. It's The Thin Blue Line by Errol Morris. Have any of you guys seen that?
I watched that this week
Did you watch it?
to prepare for this, yeah.
Yeah. So, Brad, could you tell us a little bit about why The Thin Blue Line is a hugely influential documentary?
Oh, I don't know why it's influential. Was it just the first of its kind to be this kind of like talking about people on death row and true crime, I guess?
No, not necessarily. So the subject matter is slightly new, and I think the part of it is that it's one of the first of these like, oh, this man was wrongly convicted for murder, and that resulting in a changing of the real life outcome of that case. It's one of the first of those. But actually, it is one of the first huge documentaries, I don't know if it is the very, very first, to make use of recreations and reenactments.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And so it was hugely influential, but also at the time, hugely controversial. So it couldn't get nominated for Academy Award because they blocked it.
Oh, right.
Because many people who made documentaries felt that reenactments brought too much fiction into documentary cinema and it had no place in it. So it couldn't win. But now you think about how common reenactments are.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's just this hugely influential piece of like documentary filmmaking. And Errol Morris, again, is he still working, Errol Morris? I'm pretty sure he is. He's basically like the huge American documentary filmmaker.
I think I read, because I just did a brief little Google after watching the film just to see like what happened after the film, because I know it had an impact on the case. And I saw that the director said he regretted making it because of the cultural change that it's led to, of it being true crime, things like his being prolific. And I think he thinks they've swayed to being immoral now.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that there's always been a part of that. And I think maybe it does change a relationship with these things, and it's refocusing like real life as drama. And you think about basically something like making a murderer can't exist without the Thin Blue Line. But what did you think, Brad? What do you think?
I think it never really outright says who did what, but it just like presents it in this way that you're like, well, obviously that guy did it and that guy's innocent. But I don't know, because I've seen Making a Murder and things like that where people say that they just edited it to look that way, and that's not the reality.
Yeah, and it's really hard, isn't it? It bends reality to the sort of the needs of the story being told in the documentary, and then it's, I don't know. Yeah, that's where the weird ethics argument sort of comes into it. But hugely influential and important documentary, I think. But no, my nomination for main winner.
I'm still thinking in the back of my mind what the hell Craig's going to pick as his main choice, because he said...
I know what Craig's picked.
Well, I thought I knew his pick.
I'm saying this really confidently, but I think he's picked Searching for Sugar Man.
Oh, no, I like that a lot, but it's not.
Fuck.
No, like, to be honest, there's
a point where I feel like you mentioned it, like, every week.
Well, he said it's the spiritual successor to Man with a Movie Camera, so a guy wandering around with a camera.
I forgot that you said that.
I thought Craig's would be Kings of Kong.
Oh, shit, yeah, I forgot about Kings of Kong.
Yeah, King of Kong is my favourite documentary of all time, and for anyone that doesn't know, that's just about a guy trying to be the top Donkey Kong arcade player in the world. I love it because it just takes a very nothing story and makes something really solid with it. Like a really solid 3-act story, like an underdog story. But very aware it's not the best documentary of all time. That's just more of a documentary for me and my taste.
King of Kong's great because it constructs a really good narrative, and the rivalry is really fun between those guys.
Yeah, and it's more like documentary as drama, isn't it?
If you want a documentary that's not depressing, it's a real hero story.
Well, I think the hard thing is why they pivot more to depressing is that they're talking about some stuff that can't be contained in like a normal drama film, but you can also do stuff that is entertaining like King of Kong, can't you?
Is his name Steve Wiebe? Have I kept that in the back of my mind?
It is Steve Wiebe. I'm impressed you remember that.
Yeah, yeah. And then they have that guy, he was the villain, he has that haircut, and you're like, oh, what a bitch.
He's got a mullet, yeah. Of course he's the villain.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, this guy, yeah, and he kind of looks like Noel Edmonds from Deal or No Deal. Just this villain.
Yes, that guy's name was Billy Mitchell, and he even had his own gang of Donkey Kong followers. Like, there's this one part of the film where he sends two of his cronies to go and check Steve Wiebe's Donkey Kong machine, and they basically trespass at his house and take apart his machine and take photos and stuff just to find dirt on his score. It is ridiculous,
asked me to,
and that's why I love it.
Because I live in an area near him, to go and investigate him. So we went out to his house.
I mean, I'm the homeowner, it's my house, I'm the wife of the Donkey Kong guy. They should have respected my wishes and left my mom alone and not come in, but they didn't.
They took apart his Donkey Kong machine and started taking pictures of everything, you know, trying to look for an excuse to try to invalidate his score.
But so, Craig, but that's not your actual pick.
I do love it, and it's really well constructed, but the actual filmmaking is more impressive in some of the documentaries you guys nominated, I think.
Yeah.
And I can't sit here and argue for a Donkey Kong gaming documentary while you guys are bringing up docs that cover serious issues like racism and stuff.
I think, yeah.
Like, no. I understand about your genocide, but have you seen this guy play Donkey Kong?
This guy's really good at Donkey Kong.
But yeah, go watch King of Kong. It's great. It's not on one of my honourable mentions, but it is my favourite documentary just because it's the definition of an easy watch and a really nice underdog story. It looks like subpar because it was filmed on really very early sort of prosumer level digital cameras, but yeah, it's great.
Oh, but that leads me on to, you were saying it's hard to watch because it's filming old shit. Here's my Tom hot take of the week, is that movies need to be able to look shit again. I'm fucking tired of stuff looking like an advert, you know, like everything's got to look kind of perfect. And I kind of miss when, like, someone told me recently they were watching the original 28 Days Later and they were like, oh yeah, but it looks like crap now. And I'm like, I'm so glad it looks like crap. You know, that's the movie. It really works for it. Mm-hmm. And I think there was more, it used to be more stuff. And when you're talking about French New Wave and all the rest and like the 70s filmmaking movement in the US, all of that was born on films just kind of looking like getting what you could get. You know, and not that saying that they were without skill or preparation, everything, but it's just like such a missing thing from a lot of modern filmmaking.
Yes, and that's really relevant to documentaries these days as well. Too many of them look perfect.
Yeah. I think you just miss stuff when it's a little bit too perfect and it's, you know.
Right, we need some actual nominations now. I've been talking for too long.
Actual nominations, but I was going to say, because Craig was saying about competing with the VSSs and being like an enjoyable watch, whatever. My actual pick for best documentary is something that I don't even remember absolutely fully because it's been about 10 years since I've seen it. And because I'm just not willing to watch it again, for obvious reasons. But it's The Act of Killing. It's directed by Joshua Oppenheimer.
Oh.
Which, in short, the film centers on the purpose of traitors of a genocide, and Oppenheimer tasks them each with recreating their killings and their actions during the genocide, and they all do it in different ways, and like they're filtering their own memories through the medium of movies and movie genres, so like war films and westerns, and I think one of them is a musical, and it's insane. It's like, and so it draws that line from the recreations element of like the Errol Morris and the Thin Blue Line, and puts that in the hands of people who did some of the worst things that anyone can ever do, and it's, have either of you two seen it?
I've not.
Yeah, I think we watched it at uni. I can't imagine myself watching it otherwise. But yeah, I remember that there's a scene where they talk about strangling a guy with wire and how it's easier to do it this way. And it's really like just casually said, the conversation. And then like, a lot of the movies just like, them hanging out and having conversation, discussion. But then probably the last half of the movie becomes all about the creation of the films, and they all become film directors.
Yeah.
Don't they? Which is quite weird to see.
And it's weird because it's sort of like, it's almost like just this dual thing where it's about them having to confront the things that they've done by recreating them, but then also them not confronting them at all and burying it under layers of detachment where they can just sort of make it as part of genre filmmaking, like a war film or a western or like a gangster film, and they can sort of divorce themselves from all the things that they've done. It's fucking mental. Not willing to watch it again though, really depressing.
It is. It's a really weird one. It's probably the most creative documentary on the list of just being out there, I guess. Not just being documentary in the traditional sense of documenting something. It's actually creating stuff.
Yeah. I think it's also, but it is that, but it's also not just for the sake of being out there. You know, it's sort of like, okay, but the whole format of this works. And maybe you get answers and stories and impressions from that you couldn't.
It's kind of a therapy, isn't it?
Yeah, that you couldn't have got from it otherwise. And if you just showed up and tried to Louis through these guys, there's no way they would have revealed any of the same stuff, or, you know, you would have got that same.
It wouldn't be engaging in the same way. It's a lot more interesting to try something new, I guess.
Yeah, and it's interesting, it's shocking, and it's upsetting, and yeah, almost don't recommend it, but it is maybe the best documentary I've ever seen. So.
Right, I want to know what Craig's spiritual sequel to Man with a Movie Camera is.
Mine, even though it's technically already a sequel to 2 other films, I think, that the director had previously made, mine is Ron Frick's Samsara from 2011.
Oh, Pretty Pictures, the movie.
Oh, yeah. So is Samsara, is that actually, what is that a sequel to? I didn't know that. I've seen it, but...
Baraka, I think it's called, from 1992, which is pretty much the same thing.
Oh, I've heard Baraka, yeah.
It's just a montage of pretty things.
What's the other Pretty Things film? Is it Kwani Kwat?
Oh, it's yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know the one. I cannot for the life of me remember.
Kwani Kwatsa, Kwatsikana, Istonis Katsi, Stonis Katsi.
What is it called?
Koyanis Katsi is what it's called.
Of course.
It's Pretty Pictures, but...
No, hang on, it's not just Pretty Pictures. Firstly, it shows several animals being factory farmed, start to finish.
It starts out with a bunch of chickens being sucked into a machine and ends with a bunch of people in the factory.
I love it.
No, but it
I don't want to watch that.
No, but it's a universal film about the human experience, you know. It covers nature, religion, but also consumerism, freaking cosplay, performance art, and it does it in a cinematic way, and it captures the spirit of going out with a camera and just showing people what's out there. And yes, there's no voiceover, there's no dialogue, it's mainly pictures, but it's sort of meditative and poetry, but visual poetry.
There's a time and a place for that.
And how many documentaries do you know that went over 25 countries, filmed over 5 years, and gave you sort of a spiritual but human kind of experience? It covers several themes, and it does it without saying a freaking word. You know, wealth, death, birth, technology.
It should have said a word.
You know, nature.
Yeah, but I think I tried watching it once, and it's just boring. It's boring. It's very pretty, and there's a time and a place for it. If you like it, you like it. But nah, not my cup of tea. It's just boring to me. You must understand how it's boring.
No, like
potentially boring.
To me, every image in it provokes a thought.
Oh, you.
And that's the opposite of boring.
You're so thoughtful, Craig.
What's Tom's opinion on it?
I'm sort of in the middle of the two. I'm not to sit on the fence there, but I do actually agree with much of Craig's case for it. I think that it does do that, but I think for me, when I'm talking about like the documentaries that I would pick, I mean, you've already heard of the ones I picked basically, but they're sort of honed in on a specific thing, aren't they? They tell the best version of that story, and I think that is both a quality and the drawback of Samsara, in that like it is all encompassing, but also if you're all encompassing, you're like encompassing nothing.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, to be fair. I guess Samsara foregoes that usual documentary thing of providing an interesting insight into an issue or topic, but it does do that thing that I think the best documentaries do, which is provide an insightful and creative look at the world. So it's my vote for that, for doing that in an interesting and creative way.
Well, we've got a good mix of like styles of documentary then, because we've got Craig's straight up poetic cinematography showreel, and we've got Tom's poetic study of a tragedy, I suppose, of these lives. And mine, I've just gone for a straight up documentary covering a guy trying to do a cool thing. I've gone for Free Solo.
Oh, I really liked that when it came out, to be fair.
Do I know Free Solo? Have I ever seen Free Solo?
Free Solo is great. It's really cool. The filmmakers have to become part of the film a little bit because they're filming him, so they have to be these great climbers themselves. It's about a guy climbing a cliff face, one of the biggest cliff faces in the world, without a rope or without any gear, just straight up climbing it. It's about his life around that for a large portion, about who he is as a person. You know the whole time that he's going to do it. I think it says at the start that he does achieve it in the end. So it's not like that's a spoiler of does he die or not. You see him like promoting it and doing TED Talks and stuff. It's a bit of a character study of like why he's like this and why he does it. Obviously trying to explain why would someone want to risk their life climbing a wall. You can do it with a rope. so why not just do it with a rope?
Isn't there a part in the film where he gets his brain scanned?
Yes.
And the doctors are like, oh, the bit where your brain responds to fear, that bit's abnormally small for you.
Yeah.
So you just don't get that scared or tense, like in tense situations.
Yeah, it's like it was made for this.
That is cool, but is this on the subject of things that are always in documentaries, like them going to consult the medical expert and go, oh, it's because you were so special at this one thing. Is that a bit of fake bullshit for the documentary? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure the doctor believes it, but it's like, oh, this part of your brain that does this. And it's like, can they see that on a scan? I feel like I'm quite suspicious of that.
Maybe, I don't know.
You know what each part of the brain is responsible for, I think, like to a certain extent. And like, and you're like, oh, you have a big amygdala. Oh, you have a big lobar. Oh, your front bit's good. That means you'll, smell well.
Potentially, but apparently a lot of that is overstated in terms of your ability to directly link those things. Because the truth is that your brain all works together to achieve all of those things.
Your brain's intact, and it's quite interesting. You have no activation in your amygdala. It's just that it needs a much higher level of stimulation. Things that are typically stimulating for most of the rest of us are not really doing it for you.
Even though you know he does it, the whole time watching it, I'm on the edge of my seat. It's really tense because you can just see the height and the cinematography is sick and it just looks terrifying. It's just the image of a guy with 2,000 feet of nothing below him and he's not got a rope, jumping to another rock that's like a millimeter thick to hold on. That's just sick. That's great storytelling. That's just great visual. That's just a great image.
Is this about the guy with the giant hands?
Yes, he's got giant hands as well. They're so muscly.
Yeah, this is the climbing guy, and I've seen him. I've not seen the movie because I just he's got hands like fucking spades. It's crazy.
His hands are insane. Of course he's gonna climb.
It's like, yeah, of course he's gonna climb, and he's got fucking troll hands. That's fucking crazy.
Well, that's where he's got giant hands because he climbs. Obviously, it's the link, but
it's just like, damn, he's got shovels on there. That's fucking.
He did not skip hand day. Right, we've got to make a decision. What we think? Yeah, I think you can tell that I'm not going over to Craig's way of thinking. I'm not going to go to Team Samsara. I'd be bored.
It's a fair choice. It's just not for me. But then I think me and Brad have gone for polar opposites as well.
I thought Craig was going to win this one because I thought he was going to go for Kings of Kong, and I'd happily give it to Kings of Kong. So, Craig, you fucked yourself there.
See, I wouldn't have done again, but I thought there's a chance he could have gone for Senna, and I was like, well, I would happily vote for that again.
Well, you see, Senna is the reason I wouldn't vote for Free Solo, because it's another film that kind of does the same thing, which follows an athlete as they kind of obsessively pursue their chosen sport. And it's sort of the opposite climax in a way, because Free Solo is very tense, even though you know he's going to live. Whereas in Senna, you know the worst thing happens, so it's tense for that reason. So I couldn't vote for Free Solo as the best because I can think of another documentary that I prefer that's sort of in a similar world, if that makes sense.
They're very different in style, though.
Yeah. It's just my way of thinking. So, like, I'd go for Tom's vibe of...
Well, yeah, I think I'm happy to give it to Tom's because his out of ours is the most creative to me. It's using the format the best.
Yeah, I'd give it to Tom.
It's definitely pushing the envelope of what a documentary can be more than any of the others. I think it's a good middle ground between documenting something, like Free Solo does, being poetic and artsy, like Samsara does. You put two and two together, add a bit of genocide, and you've got...
The act of killing.
Yay!
Hooray! Sort of.
Well done, Mr. Tom, and well done, The Act of Killing. I think, Tom, you've earned the honour of announcing the next category for the people.
The next category is the best Disney princess.
Yay.
Whoa. Who's got one for me?
I'll start with the first one, Snow White.
Okay.
Released in 1937. I watched the opening 10 minutes of it last night. The first ever Disney movie, and the opening scene of it is live action. Bet you guys didn't know that.
I forgot that. I've actually seen it a number of times, but not for a long time.
Yeah, they've just filmed the book, and it's them turning pages. So the first ever scene of Disney animation was filmed. They couldn't be bothered animating.
Well, I'm sure it's not just because they couldn't be bothered, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's because they couldn't be bothered. It annoyed me, the film. It's very annoying. It's very old. It's just old.
It is very old, and I think I remember when I watched it, there's a couple of bits in it that stand out as like really, really like super old-fashioned in a way that's like I think there's a bit where all the little dwarves are like, wait, you're not in the fucking kitchen? What the fuck? Yeah. And you're like, oh, shit. Okay, what the fuck is that all about? And it's like, and you're like, damn, okay, all right, the 30s were shit, man. What the fuck is that?
Why, it's a girl. She's mighty pretty.
She's a female. What's she doing here?
Yeah. What are you and who are you doing? What are you? Who are you, my dear?
Well, that brings up a category or an element to this category that we're going to have to consider a little bit, I suppose, is the role model element of it. How good are they for little girls to be watching and looking up to, I suppose?
Yeah, I guess that's part of it.
We're also doing best Disney princess. We're not doing best film, are we? We're looking at the character themselves.
Yeah, I interpret it as character, but I did vote one of mine because I've sort of got three choices with a very obvious winner for me. One of my choices was just because I really like the movie, and that is Rapunzel in Tangled, because Tangled is the shit.
That's the only one I've not seen.
Have you not seen Tangled?
No, I had a choice this week of watching The Princess and the Frog or Tangled, and I went Princess and the Frog for some reason, which I really enjoyed. I watched Frozen, did not enjoy that. Sorry, Frozen fans. I don't like the 3D animation because to me it might as well be live action. It's just, it doesn't let you be creative. Whereas Princess and the Frog, I had no idea it was a 2D animation because it was made in 2009. I thought they were doing all 3D by then.
Yeah, so I think it's one of the ones where they stopped doing it for a bit. They went back to do Princess and the Frog, and then they kind of didn't really do it again. Which is weird. I haven't seen Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, I don't know if it's maybe the Princess and the Frog made less money. I don't know. But because it's 2D animation, I was very pleasantly surprised. And they got to do loads of creative stuff with the animation. It wasn't just like it was filmed. They did cartoony things that, to me, if you're going to use the format of animation, do it well.
So is the Princess and the Frog a newer, more, because I haven't seen it, is it a newer story than some of the others? Or is it still an adaptation of an old thing? Or is it like a riff on a different story? Or like what's the...
It's a riff on the classic fairy tale of the princess who kissed a frog and he turned back into a prince or something, some kind of curse story. It's just a play on that, but it's set in New Orleans and it's all about them exploring the swamp. They both get turned into frogs for half the movie and go on a whole adventure and stuff.
Easy, princess, do not panic.
What did you do to me? I'm green and I'm slimy.
No, that is not slime.
What?
You are secreting mucus.
There's also one on this list because I googled how many Disney princesses there've been. It's about 16. Who the hell's Raya? Raya and the Last Dragon. Have you heard of that movie?
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, after Moana.
2021? No, this movie doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. This doesn't exist. I've never heard of this movie in my life. Why is there like an armadillo rat?
Yeah, we're out of touch.
What's going on with this? I'm out of touch with my Disney princesses. I can't believe it.
Right, I'm going to go straight in with my number one pick because I don't really have anything to say about any of the others except for that I watched Frozen and I hate Olaf. But I'm going for Mulan. Not a princess, but she's still on the list of Disney princesses.
Yeah, she is a Disney princess though for the purposes of this.
Does she become a princess at the end?
Couldn't tell you.
No, she just goes home and the dad's like,
The greatest gift and honor is having you for a daughter. I've missed you so.
The reason I'm probably going for Mulan, one, I think good role model, but more than that, it's probably my favourite Disney princess movie as well, because it's the most actiony. Is it wrong that I think I like it because it's the most boyish of all the Disney princess movies?
Right, yeah, see, that was going to be part of why, because Mulan is also my winner for me, easily the winner. It's got the best character, it's got the best songs, but it also has like best fight sequences and stuff. And then as soon as I wrote that down, I was like, I think there's maybe this like natural bias to us choosing the one where she gets to do all the usual like movie boy stuff.
Yeah.
And is that why it resonated with us, like not even just now, but like when you were kids? Because I've always loved Mulan. It's not like just a recent thing. And you're like, oh, you know what I mean? And then you're like, it's weird that it's segregated like that.
Yeah, it's because you're watching a film where it's the guy doing stuff because she's doing guy shit. She's in the war and a normal Disney princess doesn't get to do that.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously the movie is about that though, right? It's like the plot obviously addresses that. Like there's no plot if she isn't a woman.
Yeah, it is kind of the point.
But yeah, I did sort of consider that as well. I was like, oh, they let her do boy movie stuff, but it still has the hallmarks of the princess one.
Yeah.
It's not like she doesn't get Disney princess moments as well. You know, like wearing the nice clothes and the outfits and stuff and having all the songs and all that sort of stuff.
I think it does a good job of being like a feminist kind of movie of saying that a woman doesn't necessarily have a place. She can have any place, but it's not too on the nose with it.
Yeah, and it's like, I think it's important that she's a Disney princess as well, though, because it's like, oh, a Disney princess or a princess of all kinds, you know, isn't just put in this one box where you can only do this set of things.
Yeah. Before that, I'd say they basically all are, except maybe Pocahontas, maybe a bit different. But before that, they all seem to be proper princess. You got Ariel, you got Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty. And then, not many before.
See, Ariel, my opinion on that, I couldn't choose Ariel because she betrays her people. Like, what the fuck, man? Why are you betraying the underwater people? Come on. Just for this dude? He's not that good. So don't trust him with that at all. That's crazy.
So we both go in Mulan.
And Mulan's my top pick, but I would also like to give a shout out to Belle as well, Beauty and the Beast. But she's not a princess to begin with either, is she?
No, I believe she is by marriage, I think.
Yeah, by marriage to the Beast.
To the Beast, yeah. She likes her hairy...
Yeah.
Ooh, bestiality, though. That's a bit problematic.
It is, right, yeah. So that's also part of my thing. So 2 things. I like that she starts out not as a princess.
Yeah.
And that part of her story in the film. We're talking about the animated one as well. I have no interest in the live action, and I've not seen it. But again, it's got good songs. I think it's partly about the movie as well. But so she's got a good thing. She's got agency within it. She rejects Gaston, because Gaston sucks, and
she reads a lot about being smart and stuff.
Yeah, and she's got a good character in that. She's so central to that movie. Like, she's not a passenger in it or anything. But also, one of my favorite things about it is that at the end, when he turns into a dude back from the Beast, you can tell visibly that she's a little bit gutted by that because she was way into the Beast. She likes that he was beastly.
He was so rugged. Yeah.
Yeah, you're so beasty, and she was into that. And again, I think that adds to her character, and I like it. So Belle's a good shout for me.
I think she is good in that. Despite it being called Beauty and the Beast, it's not just about her being beautiful. It's about she reads a lot. It's her personality comes through more than it should with that title. You'd think it would just be about...
Yeah, her personality is basically the main bit of the film. Like, obviously, the Beast has this whole dramatic beast thing, but,
Yeah, she's got a lot of agency. That's
cool. So I really like Belle as well.
If you hadn't have run away, this wouldn't have happened.
If you hadn't frightened me, I wouldn't have run away.
Well, you shouldn't have been in the West Wing.
Well, you should learn to control your temper.
But while compiling this list, just looking through them, why don't they do a live-action Pocahontas? And not like a recreation of the movie. Just mean like she was a real person. Not even Disney. Just anyone could make that story live. Of all the live-action things to recreate, Pocahontas makes by far the most sense.
I think it does, but I think obviously it's one of those where it's a legend that's been reinterpreted over time, or a story that's been reinterpreted over time in a way that maybe doesn't gel with the truth. And obviously there's the thing about the lens that puts on sort of Native American history. And I think that's the reason why. But the film that could sort of touch on that, The New World by Terrence Malick. I don't know if she is explicitly Pocahontas in it. Is she explicitly Pocahontas? Yes, she is. So there is a live-action Pocahontas movie, sort of.
I don't mean a Terrence Malick movie. I don't quite mean a Terrence Malick movie. I don't quite mean a straight-up Disney.
You don't mean a Terrence Malick movie?
Somewhere in the middle. Just a good middle ground. Just a normal, straight-up movie about Pocahontas.
A normal movie. None of that already bullshit, Terry.
Wait, so you've both picking Mulan?
Yeah, Mulan's one. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think, but also with the awareness that the reasons we chose it are maybe dominated by the fact that we are men.
No, okay, well, I've won.
Oh, have you also gone Mulan?
I've won because I've won because neither of you have picked a princess. You're disqualified.
What? No, Mulan is a Disney princess, and also I've picked Belle as well.
Not royalty. She's not royalty.
She is. She's on the list.
No, yeah, because Google don't know shit. She's not a princess.
List of Disney princesses.
No. Yes. Is she? Watch the film. Is she a princess? No.
The 13 official princesses includes Mulan,
and they don't include the Frozen people.
Look, if you wanted a list
official lineup, Craig.
Fuck you, Craig.
On DisneyPrincess.com. It's in the fucking DisneyPrincess.com.
No, you did not specify. I chose exclusively from a list of people who are actually princesses within the world of their film.
Okay, what have you chosen?
She's on the official Disney Princess website. I'm going to kill you.
So is Moana a Disney princess? She's not a princess. She's just like a chieftain's daughter.
Moana. I'm not a big fan of that film, if I'm honest. The Rock singing, I can do without it.
Moana, I had no problems with, other than that one crab song where he sings about things being shiny, and that grates me. It grates me, and I do not like it.
Right, what's Craig gone for? What have you gone for?
I have gone for Rapunzel from Tangled.
That's a fair choice. It's a good movie. It's a great movie.
Not seen it.
Okay, well, just take my word for it. She wins.
She doesn't.
No, I mean, Tom, I'll vote you.
Yeah, I'm voting you, man.
Fuck you.
Well, no, but it don't count.
It does. It's on Disney
She's
Princess.
not a princess. It's not. She's
It
not
does.
a princess in the world of her film.
DisneyPrincess.com.
I win this one. I don't
You
even
don't
need
win
to
this.
argue
You don't
for it.
win this one.
The official list of Disney princesses.
We chose best Disney princess, not
Yes,
best.
which is its own thing. We weren't choosing best Disney character who's a princess. We're choosing best Disney princess, which is a brand, and she is under that brand.
Well, you should have specified.
Yeah.
You should have specified, man, because
You're not going to win this on semantics.
Otherwise, because is that also a Disney movie? The Amy Adams one where she's a princess.
Enchanted.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is that also a Disney movie?
I guess. Yeah.
Just let me fact check that. But I think that is also a Disney made movie. Yes, it is. And she is not a Disney princess, for she is not on the original list.
Yeah.
She's not on the official list. So it's like Brad said, we're not picking people who are princesses in Disney movies. Picking the ones off the goddamn list.
See, no, my list is way better than you guys. See, I also went with Princess Diana because there's a documentary about her on Disney Plus.
No, you watched the what's the fucking guy? It's the one with Kristen Stewart.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That counts, does it?
Wow, I can't believe you guys are picking Mulan over Princess Diana. Like, that's kind of messed up, man.
Fuck you, Craig. See, the thing is, Craig, you could have swung me if you'd also gone for Belle. And if you want someone who's more officially a princess, I could have gone with it. But I don't think I can go for Rapunzel and Tangled, even though it's good.
Do you guys have any idea what Sleeping Beauty looks like? In my mind, they're the same as Snow White. I always got confused because they both fall asleep by eating an apple or getting pricked by a thing, and then there's an evil witch. And they're the same story.
Yes, yeah. And what does Sleeping Beauty look like? I'm looking at this list and I don't even know which one she is.
She's just a blonde woman. Yeah.
Basic bitch.
Is she blonde? I thought she also had black hair. Oh, and she's on the website as well. Is she the one that's called Aurora?
I don't know. Is that not? I thought Aurora was Snow White. Am I wrong?
And she's called Briar.
But then they both get woken up by getting kissed by a prince. Like,
yeah.
Am I wrong? Doesn't Snow White fall asleep?
I truly do not know. Have I never seen Sleeping Beauty? I have never seen this character before in my life.
Doesn't Snow White fall asleep and get woken up by a kiss? That definitely happens to Sleeping Beauty, right? They're the same person.
That definitely happens. That's the whole concept of Sleeping Beauty, surely. But I don't actually know.
We're really qualified to talk about this.
Yeah, no, I'm so totally unqualified because that actually is just that's sent shockwaves on my world, man.
There'll be big Disney fans going, "What are you talking about? They're so different. What do you mean you don't like Frozen? What do you mean you've not seen Raya and the Last Dragon? Fuck you." So I'm sorry to those people. I like Belle and I like Mulan because she does man shit.
No, yeah, but this is what I mean. But if I have to pick my one where it's not just because she doesn't man shit, I think it's because Mulan is the best character.
In a way, it is for me because she does man shit, and I think that's good. She's the one that should best teach us when you can do whatever you want, including doing man shit, which is more fun to watch. And she's more heroic for it because she's risking her life, whereas Cinderella, it's not as life-risking and brave and bold and inspiring as going to war against Mongolia.
I guess, but like, I guess if I wanted to choose a princess that I had to be, like, I had to have their life, I think like I'm still going for Belle because it's way more chill in it. You know, you get the big house, you get to read your books, you've got your beast. Well, he's not a beast anymore, but he'll do.
Oh, so you're doing a Craig of trying to turn it into which one you want to be. We're not doing that.
No, okay, I'm changing. I think I'm going Belle.
Yeah, I'll vote for Belle.
Well, no, you were Team Mulan. We'd won.
Yeah, I'm on Team Belle.
We were splitting the win.
No, I'm on Team Belle again now. I convinced myself.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, the thing is, you got to honor the princessness of it, Tom, and I think you've swayed me there because she is in fact a real princess in the world of the film. So that's 2 votes for Belle.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's got more of the princessness, therefore, in the traditional sense.
She doesn't have princess. She's not a princess.
She's got princessness. She becomes one by marriage.
By marriage.
In the last minute of the.
Yeah, so I think we go with Belle.
I was gonna win. I needed that point.
Yeah, but you were gonna win, and yet you're a loser.
I didn't even say anything. You just randomly changed your mind.
Yeah, no, but I convinced myself. I started thinking about it, and I was like, Belle's the shit.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
She reads a book to sheep. It's great.
To be fair, Brad, I was kind of swayed by Mulan. I did enjoy that film growing up, so I did Google what was the real Mulan like, and it turns out she never existed. So she.
Oh, and Belle did. What?
Oh, so you're including realism now in your list of criteria.
You had Rapunzel as your winner.
Well, there's been women with long hair, surely, like in high tower.
Fuck you guys. Right, Tom, who wins, Belle or Mulan? Final time.
Okay, let me think.
Either way, I think Tom's getting a point. It's either his choice of Belle or his choice of Mulan.
I'm going Belle.
Then the best ever Disney princess is Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Sorry, Mulan.
And a disappointment that her husband was no longer beastly.
She is also a good Disney. She would be my second choice as well.
Yeah, she's a great Disney princess. The great Disney princess.
By the way, thank you for saving my life.
You're welcome.
Your method of just pulling the rug from under me just annoyed me.
There's one villainous twist in the tale.